inflation, do you guys understand how inflation impacts the assets? As everybody's aware, should be by now.
Pushes its prices up.
Inflation, no,
Pushes the prices down.
inflation kills the prices of assets. I mean, think about this. Hey, you had a house that was 500K at 2.7, right? And then you have a house. Think about this. If I want to get the mortgage payment to be, I don't know, let's say this is $1,800. Okay. If I want the payment right now, this house to be, how much house can I afford at 6% to get the payment of 1,800?
Probably half of that.
Maybe like 250, 250 to 300.
It would be between 250 and 300. Let's give it a 300. Okay. So let's think about who wants to buy a house. Let's say an average American wants to buy a house. So what has to happen to the value of a house in order for average American to buy it?
Lower.
Yeah, right now the interest is killing the mortgage payment. I'm dealing with that with people right now. They can't afford. They just can't afford
Think
it.
about it. The price of the housing has to go from 500 to 300K, because 300K at 6% is the same as 500K at 2.7. This is not exact math. Don't quote it. I'm giving you, I don't have a calculator amortized. Rough math. It would need to drop 200K, guys. It need to drop about 30%.
Yep.
The housing market needs to drop. And if this guy is dependent on income of housing, well, guess what? It's coming soon when people can't make payments. And how many landlords picked up a lot of houses, and are like, hey, man, I'm just going to get these people and rent it out. And those people can't make payments. What happens to the landlords that have houses that are at 500? Remember, this landlord has a house at 500, his payment 1,800. He has 4 of these.
He goes on deficit.
And he's not getting check in the mail or whatever, direct deposit for 1,800. Well, he better have some saved up.
Yep.
Either he signs like let go of the property, right? Whatever it's called, a liquidation. Or, I mean, I don't know what this person does that's living there, right? And then that person gets kicked out. And that's a long process, at least in the state of Georgia. I had a funny case with my friend who bought a house from a guy for $1.2 million. The guy took the closing and he told him, I just want to pack up some stuff from the house and then I'll leave. He went in the house, lived there for 2 months for free in the house after the closing. And this guy kept paying his payments for 2 months.
Wow, that's crazy.
And his wife is a top lawyer in Atlanta. I'm not lying. His wife is one of the top lawyers here.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's happening over here in Florida too, Shorty.
And he's like, man, we legally cannot do anything. If we go legally, it's gonna take 6 months. So he's like, we just have to pray that we can bother him, honk, and they did some crazy shit to aggravate the person. And he told them, I'm gonna leave in 2 months. He left after the 2 months, basically stayed free in his house for 2 months, while this guy made payments. I mean, on 1.2 million. I don't know. I would think it's like 6-7K that he had to pay.
Oh my god.
Per month. And he had to rent another house to live in with 3 kids while that happened.
That's crazy, bro.
So, and that's a good case scenario. But now think about how many landlords exist with multiple houses, and when checks stop coming in, the bigger your portfolio, the more you hurt.